All right, boom, y'all. What's up, y'all? This is LA Joint here with Hot Talk Radio. Okay, so I just did a podcast on talking about like boundaries and limitations, right? And in the podcast, I was just talking about like, as a leader, like how you lose people along the way. And it just really got me to thinking, right? Because I spoke about, I said something in part 3, and I was just talking about like dealing with the trauma of losing people along the way, right? So, and speaking about, just the emotions that you feel as leadership, or as a boss, whichever one you choose to be. A lot of times people see you and they see you on this pedestal, right? And they think that, well, I'm not gonna say what they think, but it is expected that you stay strong through adversity. But like with a lot of people, especially like people that's really communal driven or have that communal like background, and I'm speaking from my experiences as a African American being, as a black person being, right? It hurts when you lose people. It hurts. It hurts real bad. You know, and I'm speaking, as a black voice here, right? It hurts. It hurts. It hurts really, really bad when you lose people. It does. And I don't know how many, other leaders have talked about this, about the trauma that you feel. I mean, I know we talk about, you got to stay strong. If these folks, they follow, we'll talk on it like that, because we had to overcome it. But have we ever actually really talked about how much this stuff really hurts? You know what I'm saying? So here's what I'm. So with me, right, I've always tried to like, I've always generally worked with the what's the word I'm looking like? What's the word I can't think of the word that I'm trying to say, but we'll say like the disenfranchised, right? So it would be or the hard knots. Hold on, wait, it's a word I'm looking for, but basically the underdogs. I generally have always worked with the underdogs, right? One, because the Aries in me loves a challenge, and number two, you know, one thing I've learned, just as a person, and me being a curious or bad child is one thing. You get a lot of labels on you, but you actually got a lot of good qualities, right? So then it kind of gave me a different view of the underdogs. They, you got labels on you, but you got good value to you. And so a lot of times the people that I would work with I would generally, and I hate to say target because it's not the word I'm looking for, but I would try to gravitate toward people that are underdogs, right? And because a lot of underdogs really, they have so because I'm underdog. We have so much talent and skill. It's crazy. It's crazy how much talent and skill we actually have. You know, and it's a lot of factors. That will generally knock you down to an underdog level. It really is. But I generally always try to work with the underdog just because of like the skill level, the determination, and if you get the right ones, the hunger, the drive, the persistence. You know what I mean? Once you have that commitment to one another. But like, it hurts though a lot, especially when you working with underdogs, and then you get to lose them along the way. It hurts. It does, because it's like we're working together against the odds already, right? We have some commonality because we're both underdogs. That's number one. Number two, we highly talented, highly skilled people. Like we are the ish. You know what I mean? And to be honest, as an artist, as a person who has been stolen from, I have had so many people steal from me. It's crazy. And so just to have that, you know, you realize that the underdogs are truly the culture. We're truly the culture. And a lot of times the top dogs are generally just an imitation of who we are. And so it's like, we coming from this. You know what we dealing with. You know what we facing. And then you start to lose people along the way. And it hurts, bro. It hurts because it's like, bro, I know what you're fighting against. I'm fighting too. You know what I'm saying? I'm fighting just like you fighting. And then all of a sudden one day they just crash out on you and they're gone. And sometimes it be over like the smallest, craziest stuff, and realistically, a lot of times we're talking about, we lose people to like drugs and alcohol, the streets, right? That right there, that's tough. That's tough to lose people, in that regard. Um, that's tough, because oftentimes it's like you went back to that that's tough. That's tough. You know what I mean? That's a lot to deal with. Because it's such an unimportant thing. Drugs and alcohol is very unimportant. Speaking, it's really it's to lose somebody to such an unimportant thing. It sucks. And then you also have the adult factors of the situation where you lose people to responsibilities in life, right? And a lot of times when you lose people to responsibilities in life, they actually use these responsibilities as excuses in a lot of cases. Just hear me out, right? Because if you genuinely want to make it work with somebody, you're gonna find a way, right? It's like, oh, I can't come because I got baby, I got my baby this weekend and I can't come, da 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 da. But I really, really want to be there. But it's like, well, why don't you bring the baby with you? We can help you. But instead of accepting the help, you use it as a scapegoat to not fulfilling your dreams. You know what I mean? And then, I hear a lot of people say like, oh, don't nobody care about you, don't nobody care, and that's not true. It's not true because I guarantee you, somebody along the way cared. Somebody along the way cared. And if they truly want you, they gonna do what they gotta do to keep you. You feel me? And that's from a relationship regard of any kind, business, friendship, intimate, familyship, whatever, whatever. You know what I'm saying? You know, we gonna do what we gotta do for each other. If they want to do, if they genuinely want to do, they want to keep you around, they're gonna do what they gotta do to help you. And sometimes people have behind the excuses and responsibilities of life, like, I've had a lot of people, I spoke about people putting tariffs on relationships, right? Well, I can't do this, I need money, I can't do this for free, and and that's understandable. You need money. Okay, cool. But without even attempting to work with me or work with us to come up with a solution for your problem, you hid behind the fact you had a problem. You know what I mean? It's like to lose people to like small stuff like that. It it hurts, bro. It hurts. It really do. It really hurts.